Hey, America. Another day. Not a good one. I'm doing this live. This is not at all, I have one prepared. This is not at all the one that I had intended to do today. But events change, and they're changing quickly. And that's part of the problem. First thing I'm going to say is very clearly, anybody, if you're on this channel, if you're on the group, if you're looking at my posts on my page, do not, under any circumstances, opine one way or the other about what you feel are the reasons for the death of Charlie Kirk today. I mean that. I will block you instantly. I just took three people that are also, I believe, two of them are on the group. I blocked them. This is not the time for you to be spouting why you think it happened. You have no damned clue why it happened. They just arrested the person that committed this heinous, violent atrocity. I don't care who you are or what your beliefs are. I don't care what your theology is. I don't care where your politics lie. You do not have the right to take another life. You just do not. I don't care how aggrieved you feel. Yes, there are people that I'm not going to miss on this planet. I'm finding this particular one to be difficult because, quite honestly, I couldn't stand the guy. But I am not going to applaud the death of a young man who now his wife and children have lost their person simply because his political beliefs do not align with mine. They don't, not at all. And honestly, one of the ones that I at least deleted the comment was because it was snarky. It was about the irony. Folks, I don't care if he has called for violence. I really don't. It does not mean that you can go out there with a firearm and take someone's life. That is not who we are. This day, I don't care if you're applauding the loss of someone you don't agree with. First of all, that's kind of sick. The guy died. He left behind a wife and children. I don't agree with a damn thing he ever said. But to applaud that, that's disgusting. It's that simple. That is disgusting. Do not applaud that. Violence never, ever solves anything. All it does, it's something that it just takes away. It doesn't add to anything. We don't know what happened yet. Aside from a young man who I don't happen to agree with politically at all, was assassinated by a person who, one way or another, must be very disturbed. That's nothing to applaud. That's a tragedy. In any shape, that is a tragedy. This is not the time to judge one way or another. This is the time for reflection. This is the time to look at yourself. Ask yourself, am I capable of that? Is that in me? Because if it is, excise it. Get it out. Turn away from that. It will solve nothing. All this is going to do is foment more hatred. The right is already clamoring, talking about the left. The left is already clamoring, talking about conspiracies and everything else. Stop. This is not the time for that. This is the time to look at yourself and say, who am I? Where is my place in this? Some of you don't like it. Some of you I know have fallen off because I have taken away the harshest of my rhetoric. I realized the thing. It wasn't helping. It was hurting. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to allow myself that. I don't care how angry I am. That doesn't mean I can't push back. That doesn't mean I can't resist. I'm still going to resist. I'm still going to resist loudly. But I'm damn sure not going to do it violently. For anybody that wants to, they can go out and find my arrest record. You know what you're going to find? You're going to find a few of them in Connecticut, in Washington, D.C., in protests, misdemeanor offenses. Well, you probably won't find them because they expunge those. But misdemeanor offenses for disturbing the peace, for being a part of peaceful protests. I think there were 7 or 8 of them. There weren't dozens, I've said that, but there were 7 or 8 of them. Arrests for disturbing the peace. Misdemeanor arrests. 2 of them for simply sitting down at a protest. Because at the time, I was quite enamored of Mahatma Gandhi. I was in awe of Martin Luther King. What they had in common? Violence wasn't a part of it. It was not a part of my allies and the people around me. The only fists that were thrown were fists into the air. Solidarity. Be in solidarity. But in that solidarity, be mournful for the loss of a life and be mournful for the loss of this nation's dignity, that it should happen in the first place. This is no answer. Stop it now. And to all of us that are right on edge, to all of us, this is the time for you to look at yourself and say, yes, I will resist, but yes, I will do it in an absolutely peaceful manner. What was done today is a tragedy. I can't agree with the lost man's politics. I can't. But I can agree that his loss to this earth was a senseless act of violence, no matter what the cause was. Don't allow yourself to go down any other road than that. My condolences to his wife and children and the people that loved him. To many of them, I don't understand why you did, and I never will. But I do understand loss, and I do understand the pain. Don't allow that pain, whatever it is, to bring you to that violence. It will not solve anything. It will only harm us. I love you, America. Share this shit.